People are just as happy as they make up their minds to be. Do I not destroy my enemies when I make them my friends? Nearly all men can stand adversity, but if you want to test a man's character, give him power. My concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. I am a slow walker, but I never walk back. Character is like a tree and reputation its shadow. The shadow is what we think it is, and the tree is the real thing. You have to do your own growing, no matter how tall your grandfather was. It is not best to swap horses while crossing the river. You can fool some of the people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. Nobody has ever expected me to be president. In my poor, lean lank face, nobody has ever seen that any cabbages were sprouting. Truth is generally the best vindication against slander. In this sad world of ours, sorrow comes to all, and to the young, it comes with bitterest agony, because it takes them unawares. Public sentiment is everything. With public sentiment, nothing can fail. Without it, nothing can succeed. I am rather inclined to silence, and whether that be wise or not, it is at least more unusual nowadays to find a man who can hold his tongue than to find one who cannot. Plainly, the central idea of secession is the essence of anarchy. Every blade of grass is a study, and to produce two, where there was but one, is both a profit and a pleasure. It's my experience that folks who have no vices have generally very few virtues. Always bear in mind that your own resolution to succeed is more important than any other thing. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. The best way to predict your future is to create it. It is better to remain silent and be thought a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubts. Upon the subject of education, not presuming to dictate any plan or system respecting it, I can only say that I view it as the most crucial subject in which we as a people can be engaged in. The ballot is stronger than the bullet. Be sure you put your feet in the right place, then stand firm. Character is like a tree and reputation like a shadow. The shadow is what we think of it. The tree is the real thing. Sir, my concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right. You can fool all the people some of the time, and some of the people all the time, but you cannot fool all the people all the time. Most folks are about as happy as they make their minds up to be. No man has a good enough memory to be a successful liar. Human action can be modified to some extent, but human nature cannot be changed. Love is the chain to lock a child to its parent. There are no bad pictures. That's just how your face looks sometimes. You can tell the greatness of a man by what makes him angry. Common-looking people are the best in the world. That is the reason the Lord makes so many of them. He has a right to criticize, who has a heart to help. I am rather inclined to silence, and whether that be wise or not, it is at least more unusual nowadays to find a man who can hold his tongue than to find one who cannot. You can fool some people all of the time, and all of the people some of the time, but you cannot fool all of the people all of the time. I don't like that man. I must get to know him better. When you reach the end of your rope, tie a knot and hang on.